Hey yo, this is YetiWhiskers and welcome back to some more modded Minecraft here on the Yeti Cave. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing great. Doing real good here myself. We got ourselves a new skin. Check it out. I'm a huge fan. Woohoo! I saw on Twitter the other day that Zombini was open for commissions, and it's been a little while since we got ourselves a new skin, and I am super in love with this thing. It's awesome. So go check them out on Twitter. I will provide a link in the description if you're interested yourself. Super, super awesome. Looking real good. So with that, today we are going to get ourselves a farm for string. So when we're building some of our buildings with the little awnings, it's a little ways over there. Actually, we can come over to our little wool farm and check it out. One of the things that we're missing, one of the things that we were missing was wool. That was a big one, right? We got that taken care of in the last episode, and now we are missing string. So I don't know if we've talked about this in any of the other videos or not, but just in case we haven't, for any of the blocks or any of the carpets that need to go over an airspace like this, we have to place a string down, and then we can place the carpet on top. So you can kind of see it here. If I get in real close, you might be able to see the string. It'd probably be easiest on the black. There you go. You can kind of see that right here, the string here, and then we just place the carpet on top, and away we go. So in order to progress and continue to build easily, we are going to get ourselves a string farm, and the best way to do that, you can see I haven't updated this yet because I haven't gotten feedback yet. Hopefully we get that here shortly, and we'll determine whether the left or the right hand side is better. So back to where we were talking about. The best way to do that is to find yourself a cave spider, not necessarily a cave spider, but a spider spawner in general. And while we were over at the abandoned mine shafts getting rails, let's pull up a JourneyMap real quick. Check it out, we got a little rainbow thing going. Whoa! We've got a little rainbow thing going on down here. Looks pretty good, I like it. Let's see, so over this general direction is where the mesa is, and then if we go up around, I think it's like, yeah, you can see I've placed another portal here. Like right about here, Have got a double cave spider spawner, so we're gonna turn that into a string farm. So I think one's here and another one's here. They're within, you have to be within 16 blocks for the spawner to be activated, and I think we can stand in between the two and get them both to activate. I'm not worried about experience, so we are just going to get them dead using some magma blocks. So we might set up a little bit of a drop for them so that they take some damage. The magma blocks don't take as long to kill the cave spiders, but then we're just going to set up a pretty simple powered rail system with a hopper and minecart that goes over and below, pick up all the string, and that'll be it. I'm not going to worry about the experience. That can be a little bit tricky where you're trying to move the cave spiders, and I've done it myself and seen horror stories on YouTube of people trying to get this and you die a bazillion times. At least I do. So we're not going to worry about that too much. So step number one is we're going to head over that general direction, and then we will get started on that. So step one will probably be a whole lot of digging. I'm going to get some supplies ready, and I'll see you over there. All right, friends, so I wanted to show you this before we started the old dig project, but right here is spider spawner number 1, and number 2 is right down here. So you can see we got pretty lucky in the fact that they're close to the outside. Sorry, it's gonna get loud. So one there and one here. They're close to the outside of the abandoned mine shaft itself, so it should make this pretty easy. There's fewer blocks that we'll have to dig out. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe cut to a time lapse. We'll see where we dig this guy out, and then we can talk. So you can see I've dug out a I guess it's technically a 9x9 square down about 6 blocks here, and then the 9x9 square out from the spawner here, and then we've gone down about that same level. So it's about 6 blocks here, and that's just so we have enough room to you can see we have enough room down here to do what we need to do as far as redstone goes. So I also ran into this block. I've never seen this before. Brimstone. This is added from Quark, and then I have seen this one before, the Jasper from Quark. So pretty cool stuff. We also need to go and explore. I don't know if you can hear, but there are spiders spawning everywhere. So I need to make sure within, I think it's 128 blocks or so, everything is lit up. So that'll probably be the next step. I probably won't do that on camera. We'll probably get some of this stuff too. just explore some of this and make sure that we don't have anything else spawning in the area. Otherwise, our spawn rates here at the spider spawners, they're just not going to be very good. And then after that's done, we're going to set up the minecart rails that'll come in. We'll have probably one minecart with a hopper for each set. It's probably overkill, but at least that way we know nothing's going to despawn. And we'll have a little like setup system here, or drop-off station here. Another one over here, and then we probably send it into an item elevator so that we can get both. If I stand here, both of them will spawn, but that's kind of in the way. So we'll probably have that figured out and have an item elevator that comes up so we don't have to go down into where the farm goes like we have had to do for some of our other farms. So that is kind of the plan. We'll see how much I get done off camera and how much we do on camera. My guess is quite a bit of this will be off camera because you guys have seen this before. It's nothing brand new, and we'll come back once this is all set up and situated. All right, friends. So I have been out lighting the area and ran into something even better. Check this out. We have 1, 2, 3 spider spawners. These are cave spider spawners again. And this is just like a couple of blocks lower than the previous spider spawners. We're about 30 or 40 blocks away from the double spider spawner, so we're just outside of the range to get that connected with this one. But the plan now is to switch things up a bit. We're going to use this area because, you know, one more spawner should increase the rates at which we are getting string. So my plan now is to switch things up a bit. I think instead of using so many minecarts and rails, we're going to use some water streams just to save on some resources. Not that we're hurting for iron or anything like that, but just that it takes less time. So I'm going to dig out this a little bit. I'm going to get some water streams set up, and then I'll jump back with you guys, and hopefully we'll be in a much more improved situation. So I'll see you then. All right, everyone. We have been busy digging. You can see I've dug out a 4x4 area. You can see it doesn't work perfectly with all the spiders. Sometimes they like to climb, and that's okay. But we've got a 4x4 area, and then it only needs to be about 3 blocks high from what I could tell from the wiki. You can see we've dug that out. They have some places to go. Same with over here. This one has a little water stream that connects to there, to that one, and everything gets pushed down into here where we have some magma blocks. And then underneath the magma blocks, we have a mine cart with a hopper like we talked about. And we've got a little collection system down there. We'll go check that out in a second. And that all leads to a water stream that eventually leads to this storage drawer controller where we get our various drops. So I'm pretty sure we're mostly going to be getting string. I think spider eyes are a player drop, so it has to be a player that kills the spider. But just in case, we've got that here. And then the cave spider heads are going to be super duper rare, I think. Even with my looting sword, we've only gotten 2, I think. There's one there and one in some storage chests I've got out that way. So, speaking of out that way, let's take a look. I want to show you how close we are to our previous spawners. So here's one, you can see, and then if we go this way, here's another one. Boom. We're like literally just outside of range in order to have a quintuple spider spawner. That'd be cool, but it's not quite there yet. I mean, it's close, but just outside of range. I tested them all over the place. So let's go downstairs and take a look at what we have going for our collection systems. And I'll have links for both of these in the description below. So this is just a minecart, drop-off station. It's pretty simple. You just have a little hopper here with a collection system. This does have to be a chest. If you have another hopper here, it doesn't have enough time to send a signal via the comparator to the repeater to stop this. So it has to be a chest on this block here so that the items move slow enough. So yeah, we've got the comparator here. Once there's items flowing through the hopper, it sends a signal over here, which inverts the signal from the redstone torch. Let's jump back up this way. And then the repeater sends the signal here, which depowers the rails. And the minecart will stop until it unloads everything it has in its inventory. From there, we have a little hopper chain, so there's hoppers going this way, all the way under here. And we probably won't be able to see this super great, but there's a dropper right here. We've got a couple redstone blocks. So we've got a comparator here that just sends a signal when we get anything in our dropper. Might be able to hear it. I can hear some spiders dying. Then the repeater here is set to 3 ticks. We've got a sticky piston that pushes the observers back and forth, which sends a signal. And the dropper, well, you can see, there it goes. We just got some string. The dropper sends a signal to the dropper, which pushes it up there. On the other side of this block here is a soul sand, and then we've got water source blocks going all the way up. So the soul sand just sends the little bubbles in the stream up. And we come back up this way. Here's where our water stream is right here, just above this block, and sends it to the hopper here where it's collected and sent into the drawer controller. So the very last thing that we need to do, hey, 39, let's make sure that's clear. The very last thing that we need to do is to close all these off, remove all the torches, and yeah, you can hear them getting destroyed. So yeah, that's it. And then we're gonna decorate a little bit, and we need to move our nether portal in here so that we don't ever have to worry about going outside if we don't want to. We may actually just leave our nether portal out there, and then close it off with like a doorway or something, maybe a little pathway coming in this way. So I think that's my plan, actually, just so that we don't have a bazillion of zombie pigmen spawning. You can see that's chaos. I might actually end up breaking these because I don't need them anymore, and as I run back and forth, I've had cave spiders spawn. So I was AFK. We were out of town, so I was AFK for a couple of days, and there were lots and lots of zombie pigmen that spawned when I was over at the at spawn with our iron farm. So give me a little bit. I am trying to wrap this up this episode, so I'm gonna go try and get this all situated and whatnot. We're not gonna do it on camera. I'm probably gonna die a bunch of times, and I'll get back to you. Well, hello friends. We're just about ready to wrap things up, and I walked out to put some things in a chest out here, and look what we found. This is our first time seeing these guys. Got him. Voluntary exile. Hey, and we got a head. That's awesome. We got one of their little banners. What do we end up with? A crossbow, ominous banner, and a pillager heads. Hey, that's our first like semi-little mini raid, I guess. I don't really know how those guys work. If they just randomly spawn in or what, but I have no idea. Let's put everything in here. And I want to show you guys what I've been up to. I'm pretty much done with the skeleton spawner, and man, does it work well. And it's also not a skeleton spawner, it's a spider spawner. So here's what I've been working on. We moved the portal over here, and okay, we're gonna do a few things first. 1 second. Options, music and sounds, hostile creatures. We're gonna turn that way down for a minute because it's gonna get real loud. So I've been working on this over here, kind of an abandoned mineshaft feel. We're using the dark oak because that's what this abandoned mineshaft has. And you can see we've got some little lanterns hanging. I've added some cobwebs, some oak to make it feel a little bit more dilapidated, and then we've just closed everything off. And you can kind of hear the minecart down below. Sorry if it's a little loud, but I have been here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, just working on things, digging, finishing things up. And you can see the spawn rates on this are just incredible. We have over 10 stacks. We're almost to 11 stacks of string, a whole bunch of spider eyes, and then 8, heads. Not bad. It's crazy the difference between the drops and the heads, but you can just hear down below all kinds of craziness. Bad omen. Ooh, doo. So that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys a ton for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I apologize again for skipping out on the time lapse. It just didn't fit in because, well, we didn't end up using that area at all. Thank you guys again. Honestly, I truly do appreciate all the support and love, and we'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy, everybody.